Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for June 18th, 2025. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. Alrighty, let's see if there's any geometry to look at here. We do have these two 8s looking down. That's not even geometry, that's just, we can place an 8. Oh, they placed for 8 in this box. No real follow-up on that I can tell. Let's see, the 3 doesn't really do anything. All right, we've got 1, 3, and 9 here. The only thing that might be interesting about that is this 6 looking up. Yeah, and this 6 looks in. Puts a 6 in one of these two cells. This does what's called pointing. So in this box, what these corner marks mean is that the 6 in this box is either going to be here or here. So the corner marks are box-centric marking. And so if you think about it, wherever the 6 ends up, the box needs a 6. Wherever it ends up, either here or here, it's going to be the 6 for this row as well. So this is called pointing, because you can think about drawing a line between them, and that line continues to the rest of the row in both directions. So it points at the rest of the row saying, you can't be a 6 because I need to be the 6. And so this 6 looks in, these 6s point in, and this 6 looks up. And that means 6 in this box is one of these two. What these corner marks are attempting to remind us, not just the limitation in the box, but also that these two, or this cell, I guess, can't be a 6 anymore. We've eliminated 6 from this cell. And instead of center marking it, when it could potentially have a large number of options still, we're just going to have these corner marks here remind us. All right, we may end up center marking it later, but not right now. The fewer markings you can make to solve the puzzle, the better it's going to go. All right, anyway, these two 9s go down, look down, this 9 looks in, so we can place the 9 in this box as well. And if we look, that also places the 9 in this box. These 9s look up, this 9 looks in, placing in 9 in one of these two. All right, I think that's all we get out of this 1, 3, 9. We have the 6, 7, 8 as well. So the 1 looking in is not quite good enough. This 1 doesn't actually help us. So there's 3 places for 1. Nothing else really looks in through here. Yeah, that's all I'm seeing for that. So nothing. 3, 8, 9. So the 3 and the 9 are already marked. The 8 we took care of. So it looks promising vertically, but it's actually not. Horizontally, we already have a 9 in this row, so it's just 3 and 8, and there's so much room for it. All right, we have the 7 and the 9. Again, we could look at the 6 looking up through here. The 9 doesn't help because there's already a 9 in the box, but the 6, but we don't have any 6s over here to help. All right, we've got the 1, 4, 5, 9 here. I was curious about the 1, 5 against this column, but really it's not helpful. Yeah, I'm not... The 7 looking in, actually. This 7 looks in, the 7 looks down. That places the 7. We can follow up on the 7 by putting a 7 in one of these two. Now, it's not going to be helpful in this moment, but you always want to just at least take a quick glance. Triggered by these kinds of corner marks. What do I mean by these kinds of corner marks? Well, we had these two 7s looking in. Normally, we would have to corner mark all 3 of these with 7. But in this case, this cell didn't get marked with a 7 corner mark because there's a 9 sitting there. But that's the only reason. There isn't a 7 in this column yet. So by marking the 7s here, what we've said is the 7 isn't in these 3 cells. So it's worth asking where the 7 goes in the rest of the column. And unfortunately, it's extremely open. There are 5 places left for it. But sometimes you end up finding something really nice there. All right. So that was the 7. Is there anything else looking in here that's helpful? No. Okay, does the 7, so now we need 1, 5, and 7 in this column, right? Okay, so all I'm seeing is these 7s are down here. But unfortunately, 4 cells for 1, 5, 7 is plenty of room still. All right, this box here, we want to look for anything looking down into it. Unfortunately, 3, 8, and 9 are already in the box. This 2 looking in is interesting, though, because it puts a 2 in one of these two. That does points up. None of these are 2. Unfortunately, we don't really have a good way of following up on that right now. But notice we actually have pointing 2s and the pointing 6s, removing 2 and 6 from this cell. That might be interesting. It also can't be 3, 8, 9. Unfortunately, 3, 8, 9 plus 2, 6, that's still 4 digits that it can be. It's 5 digits that it's not. So it's 4 digits that it can be, and I don't want to mark that right now. All right. I almost never mark when it's 4 left. Almost never. Okay, I actually just noticed that we can place a 6 in this box, so let's do that. And then we can follow up on that 6, putting a 6 in one of these two. All right. And we can look for 6 in this row, and that's actually fruitful, right? We marked it here. The only reason we didn't mark it here is because there's a 5 sitting there. So where is the 6 in this row? Well, this 6 says not here, not on the 3, 8, not on any of these. And this 6 says not here. So there's actually only 2 places for 6 in this row. And this is going to do what's called claiming. What is claiming? Well, it's kind of like pointing, but the opposite. I mean, you switch row with box, right? So this row needs a 6. And it's going to end up here or here. And so, by coincidence, wherever the 6 ends up for this row, we are going to place a 6 for this row. Wherever we place it, it's also going to be in box 5. Because this is in box 5 and this is in box 5. They share that property. And so the rest of box 5, specifically these 3 cells, I mean, really it's all 6 of these that you can consider. But really what we care about is that these 2 cells here are no longer 6. Because, this 6 looking up already eliminated it from these 3. But we've learned, the new thing we've learned is these 2 are not 6. And the reason we want to think about that is we want to think, okay, well, is there a consequence to these not being 6? Did they become naked singles? Did that limit 6 in the row or the columns? Let's see. 1, 4, 7, 9. I'm not really seeing enough here, at least not to my eye. All right, but we do want to remember these aren't 6. The 6 looks up. Okay, so that's what we get out of that 6 that we just placed. I don't think there's more. Okay, so is there any other geometry that I can do here? The 2, 4, 6, 9. So 2 and 4 need to end up in this row somewhere. Where do they end up? Well, they can't go where these givens are, and they can't repeat in this box. The 2 and the 4 are in this box already. And so there's only 2 cells left that can be 2, 4. And in fact, the 4 can only go in one place. We can just do that one at a time. So the 4 can't go here and the 4 can't go here, and it's not already placed. So the 4 ends up here, and that places the 2. And now we can ask where's the 2 in this row, and it can only go here. That leaves a triple behind here, just the 3 digits left for the row. We need a 1, 3, and 7. And this cannot be the 1 or the 7. So this has to be the 3. And that leaves behind a 1, 7 pair. And then we also have a pair to finish off this box, which is a 5, 8 pair. Okay. This is also a pair to finish this box. We need a 1 and a 7. Okay, and that 1, 7 pair tells us this cannot be 7. So this is the 7 for the box. That leaves behind a triple for this row. We need 1, 5, 8. The 1 can't go here or here, so this is our 1. The reason 1 couldn't go here is because of this 1, 7 pair from this row. And so this is 5 or 8, could be either. Okay. And I might as well think about the rest of this box. So we need a 3, 4, 5, 8. 3, 4, 5, 8. So this can be 3, 5 only. It can't be 4, 8. And this can be 3, 4, 8. And in general, the 3 and the... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. The 3 and the 8 end up here somewhere. Okay, well, that band worked out very well. I'm just going to go do our normal scan now. Actually, there is a little bit of low-hanging fruit we can still follow up on. Like if there's 3 left in a column, I definitely always just want to look right away. Often there's something really nice about that. So we need 1, 3, 5 here. And this can't be the 1 or 5. So this has to be the 3. And that makes this only a 5. That resolves all of these 5, 8s. Let's see. And so that leaves behind a 3, 4 pair here. Very nice. And then this column finishes with 1. All right. And then this box has 3 digits left. We need a 2, 6, 8. All right, this 8 looks up. So this is, and this isn't 6 either. Yeah, it's not 6 or 8. So this is the 2. And this is a 6, 8 pair. Oops, 6, 8 pair. So the rest of this column is 3 digits because we know where the 6, 8 are. They're here. And so the 3 remaining digits are the 2, 3, 4. This bottom one's not a 3. In fact, the 3, because I haven't even done my normal scanning, the 3's up there. And we know the 2's in one of these two. There's not even like a... Maybe the best follow-up is just to... Well, I know these aren't 2 or 3, so they must be limited, right? So they're not 1, 2, 3. They could be 4, 5. They're not 6, 7, 8. And the top one can be 9, but not the bottom one. Okay. Yeah, this whole column is 3, 4, 5, 9. I guess I could have just done it that way. All right. Let's do a normal scan now. I don't think there's any more like super low-hanging fruit. This column actually. We need a 2, 5. What did I miss? 2, 5, 6. This can't. Okay, so I'm just gonna mark them all out. 2, 5, 6. That's not a 5, and we know this isn't 6. Remember, we have the claiming 6s here. This is in fact the cell that one of 2 cells that I said we need to remember can't be 6. Okay. In fact, 6 for this row is in 2 places. Be nice to resolve that. All right. Any other like super low-hanging fruit, or I think I might just want to do a normal scan now. So make sure I didn't miss anything obvious. I probably did because I haven't done normal scan. All right, these 2 8s look into here. Puts an 8 in one of these 2. Vertically, we have all our 8s. The 3s, we have all of them here, here. Oh, they're up here. Okay. 1, 3, and 9. So we do have these 2 3s looking in. These 2 3s also look in. That places this 3. How are we doing on 3s? Right, so the 3s are limited to here and here. That's it. We have 7 3s placed. And then just have 2 left like this in some order. One of those diagonals. All right. Okay, so that was 3, 1, and 9. The 9s are done. What about 1? Is there anything I can do with 1? Not really. Okay, now horizontally we have the 1s. 1's over here. Then we've got 1, 6, 7, 8. I mean, this vertical's been done. There's no buddies here for this. I'm curious about the 7, if the 7 does anything. It doesn't seem to. All right, let's move on to this band. So we've got 3, 8, 9. We actually have those accounted for vertically. Horizontally, 9s are done, 3s are done, 8s. 8s are not done, but I mean, I guess 8's in one of these 2. We can mark that. This middle cell, is that limited? We could just look at the whole row. This whole row is down to 4 digits. So we need a 1, 2, 4, 6. This one's not a 2, so it's 1, 4, 6. This is really not helpful. This isn't a 6. 1, 2, 4. This isn't a 6 either. 1, 2, 4. Right. Okay. We already knew 6 was here. Alrighty. So that's basically it for our normal scan. We got a little bit out of it, not too much. Is there anything? Okay, what's like the lowest hanging fruit that I can look at next? What's going to be good here? I mean, we know this is 8, 9, so this is going to be limited. I'm just thinking about how the row has 5 digits left, but it needs an 8 and a 9, and this can't be 8, 9. So that's 3 digits left. It could be a 2, can't be 3, could be 4, could be 5. Oh, it can't be 5, actually. It's 5 in the column as well. So is it just 2, 4? It's not 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's just 2, 4. Really want that to do something. This isn't 1 or 6, so this should be limited as well. Well, actually, I don't know if it is. Okay, never mind about that one. There's too many left here. There's 6 left, even though it's not 1, 6. It's still very open. Oh, this column is down to 4 digits. Let's take a look. We need a 1, 3, 6, 7. Oh, not 3. 1, 5, 6, 7. 1, 5, 6, 7. So we know this isn't 6. This is 1, 5, 7. Oh, it's not 1 either. Okay, so this is down to 5, 7. Remember, it's not 6 because of the pointing 6s. We got it right at near the start. So 5, 7. This isn't 7. This is 1, 5, 6. Not helpful. Any other low-hanging fruit here? Like good ones? No. I guess I'm gonna have to look at ones with 5. So for this row, maybe let's take a look. We need a 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. This can't be 6, 8, so it's 1, 4, 5. This can't be 5 or 8. Yeah, the 8's in the box too. So 1, 4, 6. Yeah, 1, 4, 5, 6, 8. The 8's in one of these two. This isn't 6. It's not enough. 1, 4, 5, 8. If this wasn't a 2, we'd have a quad in here, and this would be a 2-7 pair, but it could be a 2. There's no reason to believe it's not a 2. I mean, I guess if it is a 2, it makes this a 6. I don't know. Maybe this column, we need 1, 4, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. This can't be 1, 4. So 1, so sorry, 2, 6, 7 is what's left. Oof. Why is this puzzle stalling on me again? These puzzles have been stalling on me recently. This is 3, 4, 5, 9, but it's any of them. Am I missing something here? I mean, let's remind myself of any corner marks. So 9s are here, 1s and 6s are here. 8s are here, 6s are here. These 6s, I kind of baked in what they do already. It eliminated 6 from here. I really want that to do something. We have the 3s and the 2s. Not helpful. The 7s, 6s, the 8s. All right. I guess I'll have to pencil more. What do I pencil next? Did I look at this column yet? Maybe not. We need a 1, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 4, 6, 7, 8. This isn't 1 or 8. So 4, 7. Wait, 1, 4, 6, 7, 8. It could be a 6 as well. 4, 6, 7. Yeah, it's the 8 is the extra digit. It's one of these two. Oh, this can't be 1, 6, or 7. So this is 4, 8 only. Does that do anything? This isn't 1, 4, so this is 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's not a 7 either. So this is 6, 8. We have 4, 8, and 6, 8. Oh, this is 6, 8 in the row. This is a 6, 8 pair. Oh, and this isn't 6. The 6 is claim. Was this really a naked 8? Oh, okay. How long has that been a naked 8? So it can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. What's keeping 5 out of it? Oh, that 5. It can't be 6 because remember these claiming 6s on the row. So it can't be 6, 7, 9. So yeah, it's an 8. All right, and that gives us the 4 and the 8 here. That can't be, and that gives us 6 and 8 here. All right, let's clean this up. That's a 2. That can't be 4. This can't be 2 or 6 anymore, so that's a 7. Gives us 1 and 7 there. This can't be 1. This can't be 1. Up here we get the 5. All right, clears that out. So this is just a 1, 6 pair. The column. I need 1, 4, 5, 6. This can't be 6. So this is 1, 4, 5. And that means 6 is in one of these two in this box. Okay. This is just 4, 6 for the column. Alrighty. Anything else? This is 2, 5 for the row. So 5 is in one of these two. That doesn't really matter right now. Where do I follow up? I just got a bunch of stuff. I'm sure there's a follow-up. What did I get? This 8. 8s are done. 3s are, yeah, 3s are down to that. Those same 3s. Did I get this 7 maybe? What did I get? I mean, okay, so 7 joins the, no, it doesn't join the 9. I was mis-scanning that. 7's in one of these two. Oh, this is just 5, 9 for the row. Oh, it's not a 5. 5's in the box. Okay, so that's 9, that's 5, that's 4, that's 2, that's 3. Final digit for the box is a 9. We can clean this up a bit. This is our 6. That means this can only be 1, 6, 4. That resolves all that. Oh, the 3, 4 over here is resolved. Whole stack's done. That's not a 4, that's not a 4, that's not a 4. Okay. So 1, 2, 5 triple leaves behind a pair. Just a pair for the box. It's 4, 7. This 4 tells us the order. That's 7, that's 4. This is something. This is a 5, right? That gives us 1, 6, 2, 5, 4. That's 1, 5, and 2. That's 6, 7, and 6. 7 and 1, that's a 2, and we're done. I somehow just missed that this was more, like, I talked several times about how this can't be 6 anymore, but I just didn't see how it saw so many distinct digits besides that. So I probably should have marked that much earlier. All right, cool. Well, let me know how you did. If you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.